Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Blonde Blitz. I'm your co-host, Deb Whitkus, and as always, Nikki Guest joins me. Hi, Nick.
Hi, Deb. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I've been better. That Knicks loss was a heartbreaker last night.
I know that was going to be my first thing. So how about them 76ers, huh?
You know what's funny? I got a lot of DMs this week. I know this is twice we're opening with DM of the week, but they asked me if you were a 76ers fan and if we were arguing.
Well, I mean, I might be repping a little bit right now. I absolutely am a 76ers fan. Obviously grew up in Philadelphia. I'm not as big as a fan as I am for the Eagles, but, in the playoffs, of course. Same thing with Philly. Same thing with the Phillies. We're not arguing, though. Right?
No, we're not arguing. I think maybe they want to see us argue. I don't know.
Oh, I'm not a big arguer. Although I do have to say that foul on Embiid, Embiid, that was not a foul. The 76ers won the game anyway, so it didn't really matter. But do you agree?
He's a dirty player, and he's been playing dirty this whole series. And I was on a train catching that last so the Knicks went to overtime as I was catching the train from Penn Station to come home, and thank God, because I did not want to get stuck in the Knicks train. And so it was wild at MSG before I even got on the train, and then they were going to overtime, and I watched the rest on the train and then got off heartbroken. So
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I feel like guy bumped into him and he hit his head. He hit his hand on his face. It's fine. 76ers won, but no, the Knicks have been playing great. The Knicks have been playing great. I was shocked. I almost didn't tune in, and Dan texted and was like, the game's in overtime." I was like, "Oh my God, I gotta watch it." So I actually sat down and watched it for the last overtime, and it was exciting. I watched the last couple of games, but we had a crew on Saturday, was it, or Sunday? Saturday? When was the game before yesterday? Was it Sunday? It was Sunday. No, it was Saturday.
Saturday.
It was Saturday. And there was a group from Philly. We all go to the all of the days are just going together. From the draft to basketball, all the games are blending together for me right now. But a bunch of us from Philly got together at the bar and watched the game together, and everybody was just utterly disgusted. So we shall see with the next game.
It's been a good series, though. It's been a very old school type series.
I agree. Old school basketball. What about old school draft? How did you feel? How did you feel about the draft?
Over.
And B, that's what I figured. I figured Nikki's not the biggest. I love the draft, but I was bummed that I honestly wasn't there. That was a big thing for me. What did you do during the draft?
Danny and I had a live podcast.
How did it go?
It was good. We had fun. I mean, I'm just a little tainted because Giants Nation tore me up and raked me over the coals for 4 days. So
why? What did you say? What did you do? What did you say? Why?
Because I was happy they took Neighbors.
Of course. Why wouldn't you be happy? I'm happy that they took Neighbors. I'm not a Giants fan. That's who they should have taken. Everybody say hi to Olive, by the way. Olive loves the Blonde Blitz. Can only say to everybody.
It's because JJ McCarthy was there and they didn't take JJ McCarthy. And my whole point was they didn't take him for a reason. He was there, so they didn't take JJ. So obviously it's okay, well, there's a reason why they didn't. And they took Neighbors, and I was excited for the pick. And I was raked over the coals for that. And I said, whether you guys like it or not, they're rolling with Daniel Jones. So let's root for a successful season. And you thought what I said. Oh my God.
Yeah. Well, and
they were having it.
I didn't expect, which is funny because I actually said I had a feeling that JJ McCarthy was going to the Giants. Remember, I said that on our last show, and when they didn't, when they didn't pick him, I wasn't shocked. But I mean, I expected them to go with Neighbors, right? I felt like kind of everybody thought that. I guess not.
No, so there was a lot of rumors going around that they were going to go quarterback and go JJ, and I feel like if you like could read between the lines or read the tea leaves a little bit, I mean, leading up to the draft, Joe Shane was like, no, we have a quarterback. I'm comfortable with who we have. I really love all the talent in the wide receiver room. So I just thought they were going to go wide receiver the whole time.
And you were right.
Well, they don't like that. Not allowed to be right.
Blondes are not allowed to be right.
Not in New York, you're not allowed.
Well, I had a really fun draft, even though I wasn't at the draft. But I went to the Chargers. That like talked about the draft pub crawl. Rashawn Slater, tackle, and Zion Johnson, a guard from the Chargers, were at the party, so got to talk to them a little bit. And then the Rams draft party took over Hermosa Beach. It was a ton of fun. They had a life-size football field on the beach, so you literally had the water, and then like kind of just panned over, and there was this huge football field. There was a stage, there was TVs. It was packed. They really had a great show. They brought a bunch of coaches out. Rust Yeast from the safety with the Rams, he gave advice to the rookies, to the draft picks. Puka Nacua was there. So he was on stage. I was so excited to see Puka. It's funny because he walked by me first, and all I saw were these cops, and I was like, I actually got scared because I was like, what the hell is going on? Like, there was literally 20 cops. And then I saw a woman running, trying to take pictures. And when I looked again, I was like, oh my God, that's Puka Nacua. He walked right by me, and I was like, crap, where's my phone? I needed to get my phone to take a picture. But anyway, I missed that, but then got him on stage. So that was fun.
This is a great picture.
Thank you. I was right there. It's funny because I snuck into the VIP section.
We won. We knew that you would get in somewhere. Didn't we bet this last week?
We did, actually. Well, and there's another story to there too. But yes, so I snuck into the VIP section because I had my NFL sweatshirt on, and no one said a word to me, right? I looked like I belonged there, so no one said a word. And this woman actually came up to me, and I thought she was going to say, excuse me, can I see your credential or can I see your pass? And she wanted to take a picture.
Oh, wow. All right, Deb, way to sell it.
I was like, all right, I'm going to just stay right here. Yeah, so no, I got some great footage. All of that is on my Instagram if anybody wants to check it out. Got some more coming soon too. Yeah, it was fun. But then, and the draft house was right there. It was right nearby. And so one of my friends, Emily, and I literally stalked it. Like, we looked on Zillow, we looked at pictures, we were like detectives, and we found the address. So,
oh my God.
Yeah, we were like legit. And the funny thing is, when I found the address, I'm like, okay, the next day I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go. I'll take footage, right? And I got a call from. They were actually casting a fan interviewer for the Rams at the draft house, and people were tagging me to do it. So I sent all of my materials, and unfortunately, I sent it a little bit too late, so I didn't actually get the opportunity because the next day they canceled the draft party on Friday because the wind was so bad at the beach. So yeah, I was in the running to do the Rams fan interviews, and I would have been hanging out at the draft house.
Man, I knew you were find a way to get in somewhere though. I was right. I won.
Yeah, no, you won. No, the VIP thing was really funny. And then later, I went and had a drink with one of my friends, and right around where all the like draft activities were, and it was already closed and it was dark, and my friend and I see these men like walking in suits on the pier, and Hermosa Beach is like a beach, you know what I mean? Like, everyone's hanging and like not doing a lot, and these men are all in suits. So I'm hitting her, and I'm like, Emily, I'm like, I'm like, should we follow them back to the draft house? Because it's definitely where they're going. But we didn't.
Did you?
No, we should have, but it was late, and we were like, we gotta work in the morning. So, but yeah, it was
this
obvious
is what producers do, everybody.
Yes, it was obvious they were with the Rams, but so that was it. But so what did you? So besides Neighbors, what did you think of the other Giants picks? Newbin, Phillips, what?
So I went 3 for 3 on the first 3 picks, which was good, which just goes to show you that blondes do know ball. You know, even though my own fan base, they really just don't like me. It's crazy. But I was good with it. You know, they went for positional depth, which we needed, and I was okay with it. I did not expect them to take a quarterback, so I was not upset. But I think a lot of people were, because they don't want to roll into the next season with Daniel Jones, nor do I, but I did not think they were going to go quarterback. So I'm good with it. I'm happy with it. And I guess now, like, we're just going to see what happens. I mean, they're really putting the tools around Daniel Jones to succeed. New offensive line coach, some new talent on the O-line. I tell you all the time, like, they've got to get through Dallas and Philly, or you just have no shot, you know? So we'll see. I kind of feel like we're out of excuses now. Like, what else? You've got this elite talent and a wide receiver. We have a new defensive coordinator. So it's on you, Jones. I mean, you got 40 million reasons to perform. So, you know, like, I'm hoping for the best, even though I was told not to hope for the best. And you should sit there and hope your team loses so that we could get a quarterback in 2025.
In the next draft, that's an entire year away. Why would you say that? That makes absolutely no sense.
Correct. I mean, that's what I was told. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like the tools are in place as much as the tools can be in place, you know, building from last season. I don't think, who says that? What kind of fan says that? God, Giants Nation, what are you doing?
Yes. See, take it from a Philly fan. What are you guys doing? I mean, so I asked them, I said, I don't care who the starting quarterback is. I don't care if it was you, Deb. I'd root for you to have a great season with the Giants.
Exactly.
Like,
you always start that way, and then as the season goes on.
So I put the question out there. I said, you know, okay, so whoever the quarterback is of your team, don't you want them to be successful? I said, so walk me through it. Like, what happens? Do you guys not watch? Like, I don't get, you know, what you like, why bother watching? And so they basically were like, no, we watch and like, we hope, you know, he does bad.
That just makes absolutely no sense. I mean, just for a quarterback pick. Yeah. I mean, it's still Daniel Jones. I mean, he's still a franchise quarterback. I mean, he can turn things around. I mean, I'm not a particular fan. I know you aren't either, but yeah, no, you shouldn't wish ill of a season, an entire season, when you do have some players. I don't know. Makes absolutely no sense.
A season that didn't even happen yet. It didn't even happen yet.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah. When I was, as far as the Chargers pick at number 5, I thought they were going to go with a wide receiver. They wound up picking Joe Alt, which, I mean, solid lineman. But it was interesting I was at the draft party for the number 5 pick, and all the fans were super excited. And then when the pick happened, it was silence. And I was a little confused because I'm like, you guys just got Joe Alt. Like, yeah. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, but I guess everybody thought they were going to pick a wide receiver. They definitely needed a wide receiver, but they picked 3 wide receivers over 7 rounds after Joe Alt. So, I mean, and we all know Hubbard likes the run game anyway. They're basically turning into the Ravens. So, no, but some of the fans actually left right after the pick. And as they were walking out of the door, they were saying, "Does anybody want my season tickets? This season's going to suck." And I was like, wow, okay.
Wow. I don't understand the state of fans, I guess, these days. I really don't get it. Like, giving away your season tickets because you got Joe Alt.
Yeah. I mean, he's a great player. I mean, he's a great, this kid's a beast. Like, I mean, he should have been picked where he was picked, if not sooner. I think if it wasn't a quarterback heavy draft, he would have been even picked sooner. But yeah, no, don't say you're going to give up your license, your seat license to SoFi Stadium and sell your season tickets because they didn't get a wide receiver. It was really weird. But the Rams fans were very excited for pick 19. Cheers all around. The replacement for Aaron. Not that anybody can replace Aaron Donald by any means, but Jared Verse, defensive end. He's going to start as an outside linebacker, and he's very versatile. So I'm excited to see him see what he has with the Rams. So
I had him going to Atlanta, and Atlanta screwed up the whole board.
Yeah, well, and I was going to bring that up later. The surprises, but holy crap! Like what
are they doing?
Yeah, like what I literally, when they said Michael Penix, I was in the Uber going from the Chargers party to the Rams party. I literally screamed, "Oh my God!" in the Uber, and the Uber driver looked around because she thought something was wrong. Like, I literally was like, holy effing shit, like screamed at the top of my lungs because I was shocked. Like,
I'm trying to understand. The only thing I can think is they did not want the Matt Ryan quarterback hell that they're in now to happen again when Kirk Cousins, eventually exits stage left or gets hurt again. He is injury prone. I understand that, but I don't at the same time. That was the only logical reason I could wrap my head around it.
Right. And I think you're right. I mean, but honestly, I would have loved to seen Kirk Cousins' face and Taylor Heineke's face, to be honest, when they picked Penix. Like, what? You just spend $180 million on a franchise quarterback. They just restructured Heineke's contract so he could stay in Atlanta, and then you draft a quarterback in the first round. It just, yeah. I mean, it has. I think that's what it is. I guess they're a little worried that, not even worried, but that when Cousin exits, they want another franchise quarterback there, and it's going to be Penix. I mean, it's wild. It was wild. I just sat there with my mouth.
But how long is he going to sit, Deb?
True. I mean,
Penix going to sit on the bench though?
I mean, Cousins for 4 years? He just signed a 4-year contract. I mean, he's getting up there though. But I mean, I know everyone goes back to the Brady thing. He was 44 or 45, but I mean, Cousins is only in his 30s. But I don't know. I'm still baffled. What was that?
He's injury prone too.
He absolutely is. Yeah, he was out last season with an injury. So, were you surprised, since we're talking about surprises, were you surprised that Bo Nix went in the first round?
I was. I had him going. I thought he was going to go in the second round.
So did I. Or like late in the first round, but he went 12 to the Broncos. Which it'll be fun. It'll be interesting to see him and Zach Wilson together because I kind of think they look similar. I might get them confused on the field. So, not that they'd be playing together, but
they needed a quarterback. They had to do it. I just didn't think it. Yeah, he went. I did not think he was going to go in the first at all.
Yeah. And what about your new boyfriend besides Joe Burrow, Sam Hartman? He didn't get drafted.
Sam Hartman. I love that guy. I really do.
The hair. He's got better hair than both of us, actually.
He's got like such good hair. But for the Bengals, I love their pick. Somebody's got to protect Joe Burrow. But they got Mims, who I had going to the Cowboys. So, I mean, either way, that's a great pickup for them. So I think Bengals fans should be very happy.
Yeah. And I was really happy with the Eagles picks too. I feel like they addressed the defensive needs first. Obviously, their 22 pick, Mitchell, CB, number 40, Cooper, DeJean, DB. I actually couldn't believe he fell to 40, to be honest. I'm glad that the Eagles scooped him up. It was interesting too. I was watching something like IG or something, and someone asked him about being a quarterback, and if this was a woman, it would have been viral and it would have been all over the media or all over IG or TikTok or whatever the hell it is. And because it was a man, it wasn't. I only saw it like once. And Cooper was very cool. He was like, wherever they need me, I'll play it. And I'm like, this guy's a DB. He's not a quarterback. Like, who's this idiot media guy? Like,
could you imagine if a woman said that? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it would have been everywhere, but it was a guy, so it wasn't. But
thank God. Thank God for that.
Yeah, numbered 127 pick, Will Shipley, running back. Obviously, Eagles lost Boston Scott, went to the Rams, so that's his replacement. Aeneas Smith, wide receiver. I like that, just because obviously we have great wide receivers, but always good to have another one. And then my favorite, I love this. The Eagles picked at number 155, Jeremiah Trotter Jr., linebacker.
Oh, yeah. I figured you'd love that one.
Yay. I love his dad, one of my favorite Eagles players of all times. He's in the NFL for 12 seasons. He actually played with the Eagles twice. So he was drafted and then played, I think, 98 to like 01 and then in 2009 as well. And listening to that phone call to Jeremiah was great. Howie talking to him, then John Laurie was literally holding back tears. So that was nice, and talking about the mom, and I guess the mom had passed away, and they were like, we loved your mom. It was just very nice to I cry when I watch these things, and I don't even know these guys. So
do you cry?
I do. I don't cry. I get teary-eyed. Yeah, I'm very emotional.
Oh, wow. I think it's sweet. I think like watching, the parents and like some of these moms who are single moms, right? And they're doing everything they can to get their son to, help him achieve his dreams. I think it's sweet. I don't think I've ever teared up though or cried, but I do think it's sweet moments. It's cool to see their friends and family around them and just be so happy for them.
Yeah. And I loved the call for the Chargers, Cornelius Johnson, wide receiver from Michigan. When Harbaugh called him, he recognized his voice. Obviously, he's like, "Is this Coach Harbaugh?" And then the entire family was there, and like they were literally saying by name. They were like, "Coach, so and so's here. So and so's here," and it was a sweet moment. That, like, can you imagine getting drafted by your head coach of your college team that you just won the college natty with, and then now he's his head coach at the NFL level? That's just, that's. So I think that's great. So
how about that tattoo though? Not good.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it is what it is. What anything
add like more to the tattoo. It's like M50. Like, come on, like a little bit more to it, please.
Be creative.
Like you got it in prison or something.
Oh, jeez. None of that. We don't need any more of those in the NFL. Anything fantasy-wise that you see with these new draft picks?
Yeah, obviously I'm all about neighbors. I'm not trying to be, a homer there. Danny and I talked a little bit about this on, I think mostly day 2, because we had a little bit of time to fill. It was kind of this whole discussion of when, do you go and pull the trigger on rookies for fantasy? And I'm actually pretty big on it. I do it every year. And last season, I was really happy I did it because about week 7, week 8, some of them, so you basically just want to stash your rookies, and then injuries will inevitably happen. Or if it's not injuries, some of these guys takes them to like week 8, week 9 to really assert themselves in an offense. So, and then all of a sudden, that happened to me with Olave's rookie year. And I was like, oh shit, that's right. Here he goes. Got him off my bench and into my starting lineup. So, use caution when drafting a rookie, but I would absolutely stash them. You'll be happy you have them come like week 9, week 10. And we'll see, Deb. I don't know. Where's that rumor was going around that they want to add another week to the season.
Ugh.
Which would push Super Bowl to like President's Weekend.
Right, the middle of February. I mean, it is right now. It's in a weird spot because Valentine's Day is right the 2 days after, and that's always weird. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the athletes can take another week. They're pretty banged up by the time Super Bowl happens. And
do you want another week? As a fan, as someone who covers teams, as a podcaster, like, do you want to? I don't. I actually don't.
Really?
I didn't want 18.
Yeah, I mean, I would, just because I miss it. Like, when it's over, I miss it. But that week leading up to Super Bowl, and that Super Bowl week is always, we don't sleep. So, I mean, I could do another week of content, another week of football. I one more week that I'm not depressed when it ends. So yeah, I mean, I'd be okay with it. I don't know though. I just don't think.
I hate it for the records. I hate it for the records because now it's like all the records have to start over essentially. I hate it. I didn't think. I don't know. I just don't think another week.
I just don't think the athlete, like, I don't think the players can. I mean, they're like at their max already. I mean, adding that extra week, 2 seasons ago, maybe they cut back preseason and then, I mean, not that all the starters play in preseason, but maybe they cut a week of preseason and then, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the league can be all about player safety and then entertain adding another week.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a little much. And then what do? Do you have 2 bye weeks? Like,
that's true. That's another thing too. Yeah, but you're right with the records. I mean, that sucks because some of the records, even still stand, and it's hard to compare someone who's, who didn't play as much. So,
yeah, maybe it's 2 preseason games. I mean, the preseason is just god awful.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, you're basically looking at your 53-man roster for the preseason. I mean, that's basically what that is what you're seeing. So, we've got a ton of comments. Yeah, Nick, did you see the comments? Should we go through any of them?
We have a ton. Yes, I know. One question was, which fan base is more passionate, the Giants or the Eagles?
Ooh.
Define passionate, because Deb's going to tell you they're so passionate in Philly that they like throw beer bottles at you. That's what she's going to tell you.
You read my mind.
Are you passionate, Deb? Are you?
I mean, I've said this
bunch over there, right?
I've said this word a million times. I'm like, the Eagles fans are just passionate. That's how you describe them. I mean, they'll give you your all. But I mean, Giants.
Is that how you describe Eagles fans, Deb? Be 100% real and serious with me. Is the word passionate how you describe Eagles fans?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Is that the only word you would use to describe them?
Energetic.
Energetic. Passionate and energetic. Okay.
True to themselves. Wow.
Give me one more because I just have to hear. Yeah. What's the third one? What's the third one?
It's a couple words. True to themselves. I'm trying to avoid the word
to themselves. I want you all. Oh, so I was just going to say assholes, but okay. So I want you all to hear that Deb described the Eagles fan base as passionate, energetic, and authentic by being true to themselves. They are true to themselves. I could give you that. Passionate.
Passionate with a capital P.
With it, capital P, all right. Yep. Extremely passionate. I guess it depends how you define passionate, because Giants fans can get a little out of hand too. But
it just depends. It depends on the season. I don't know. I feel like Giants fans and Eagles fans are. I mean, we're basically next door neighbors for the most part, right? There's just
much. We are just. It's rough over there in Philly. It's no joke. It's rough.
No, it's rough. It's a rough. I mean, we're rough to our own players. Like, the Eagles are rough to you know what I mean? Eagles fans are rough to their own players. If players aren't playing up up to par, they're going to tell you about it. They're going to stand outside the link with signs as you drive in on Monday morning to practice. There's going to be signs there at 6 o'clock in the morning for your morning drive. Like, it's just the way it is. It's where it's always been, you know?
Okay, so I'll edge to Philly on passionate level.
Eagles fans take their football seriously.
They definitely do, no matter where they are. They take their basketball very seriously. Yes. They take all of their sports very seriously over there in Philly. Yeah, sure. Let's roll with passionate, just for the sake of trying to be PC, even though I wasn't like 5 seconds ago. Deb, best tackle duo in the league. Would you give it to the Chargers?
I guess, yeah. I mean, honestly, I haven't even thought about it, so but sure.
Sure. What sort of fan base torches cars? Yeah, I mean, the same fan base that eats horse poop and climbs up traffic poles and then calls me a liar for saying that they ate horse poop. Those type of fans. That's all.
Wait, I mean, did the Eagles fans set cars on fire after the Super Bowl? Was that what happened?
Yes.
I was there. I was at the Super Bowl, so I don't remember. Yeah. I didn't see Philly when the Eagles won. I saw them climbing. I saw climbing the poles, but I don't remember fire.
Poles. I don't remember if it was after the Super Bowl. Some of your fans were climbing at the bus stop, and then it caved through. I don't remember if that was Super Bowl or like a playoff game or something. And then the one kid was eating horse poop, and yeah.
I don't remember the horse poop either. So
yes. So just put Eagles fan horse poop in Google. It's the first thing that comes up, because I say this all the time, and then the Eagles fans call me extremely nasty names, and it's like, you could just Google and see that I'm not lying. So, but yes, Knicks fans are the worst. Man, no, we're not. Sixers fans, pretty bad.
Torches car. How will Giants fans act if you win a Super Bowl? Like choir boys?
No, but we're not going to set our city on fire. And I'm not eating horse poop.
Can you imagine?
No.
Nick, do you want to take poop? Absolutely not. That's disgusting. Do you want to take a look at our draft board? Moving on. Do you want to take a look at our draft board to see how we compared to the real draft? I actually have not looked, so this is the first time I'm seeing it.
I have not looked either at all. So let's see.
All right, number one, we had Caleb. Number two, we had Jaden Daniels. Number three, we had Drake May. Number four, we had Marvin Harrison. Number five, Malik Neighbors. We're 5 for 5 right now. Number six, we had we're good. Number seven, Joe Alt. Oh wait.
Ugh. No, we're not. It's like weird, because it was like I had Neighbors to the Giants, but because the PFF board gave us what it gave us and stuff, we had to like go with that. I would say we did. I thought we were doing well, and then we got to the Falcons, and I think the whole board,
the Falcons just like went, but yeah, the whole board just got screwed up.
Screwed it up for us. But I would say, I think overall, even with my Giants picks, and I know you were looking at the Eagles picks and stuff, I would say overall, though, we did better than the people that mock drafts 100 times.
Right. Yeah.
We only have to do it one time.
Here we go. Here's the actual. Sorry, we put up the wrong thing. This is the actual draft. So we'll have to like Marvin Harrison, and then
drafting the quarterback pick comes as $100 million. Yes.
Because number 5, I picked Neighbors to go to Chargers, and they picked Joe Alt, which I had picked to go to the Titans. So that's kind of where things got a little screwed up. So, and then Atlanta just blew it all up.
Atlanta just really had to screw it up for everybody.
It even still looks weird to see Michael Penix in number 8. Like, that's just weird. Yeah, they just blew it up.
It did not need to be.
Deb,
why do you think JJ McCarthy fell? Why do you think he fell?
I mean, I think that's where he was supposed to be the entire time. Although he did have a really good pro day, and he did have a really good combine. When everybody was still first talking about JJ, he was in like the top 20. He was like end of first round, beginning of second round. So I think he fell because that's where he originally he should have fell to. So, I heard him going. I heard one mock draft where they picked him second, and I was like, "What? No."
Second?
So, yeah, there was a mock draft where someone picked him second, and I was like, "Yeah, no, that's not happening." Like, Jaden Daniels is definitely going second, or Drake May. But yeah, that's just. Yeah, no, I think that's where JJ McCarthy should have been taken. And I still do think that JJ McCarthy will somehow wind up with Jim Harbaugh somewhere along the line there. I think I don't think it's going to be this season, but I think in the next 5 years he'll be back with his head coach of Michigan. Mark my words.
That's an interesting point, and I kind of like it because it just goes to show you guys sometimes don't. Just because reporters put a narrative out there doesn't mean you have to believe it, right? So all of a sudden it was like, oh, like you said, JJ going at 2, the Giants are going to trade the world for him at, they want to get him at 3 or whatever. They want Drake May. Oh, they didn't get him. Oh, JJ's going to go at 6. And it's like he kept falling. And to your point, it's like, no, maybe he didn't fall. He was just going where he was always projected. It's just the hype that pushed draft stock up. So I don't know. I guess as a Giants fan, you're kind of like, all right, I know you were comfortable with Daniel Jones. He was sitting right there, but you didn't take him. So I wonder what it was that just made them say that's not our guy.
Yeah. It's interesting. Yeah. So any DMs this week, Nick? I know you kind of started off with DMs, but anything non-draft?
This wasn't a DM. I
look forward to this every week.
This was just a comment on my timeline. So the Houston Texans had an influencer come out and read the draft pick, and I just tweeted, "Oh, I didn't realize influencers could do that. The Giants should get us badass female fans 1 year to whatever, read the pick." And somebody had said, "You don't influence anything except bad behavior and hoe culture." And I was like, hoe culture?
What?
And so
somebody tweeted that?
Yeah, it's right in my
This is why I'm not on Twitter. Or barely on Twitter.
Anyone could go see it if they want to. And so I just had fun with it as I normally would. And then all of you have been really great, and you kind of jumped in and have had some laughs about me being a hoe, and it's just been funny. And people are making fun of themselves. And, it's like, why? Because she wears Giants gear and so I guess that makes me, promoting hoe culture. So it's been a fun few days. But other than that, the DMs have either been supportive, like don't let these people get to you, or they've just been nasty, like you don't know what you're talking about, and the same stuff over and over again. But like I said, lately, people are wondering if you and I are fighting because of the Knicks and Sixers.
No. It would take a lot for Nick and I to fight. We can play fight. If you want us to play fight, we can figure that out. But no.
Do that.
Just want to see
maybe let's not say that. Let's walk that one back, because then the DMs next week are going to be like, "Oh, I heard them talk about how they could play fight and they want to go at."
We'll edit that.
But yeah, that's basically, so I'm a hoe, and that's it.
It's crazy.
Wow, that will bring the views.
Views up. Yeah.
Yes, that will open up the whole can of craziness.
Nikki, when I'm home.
When are you back on the East Coast?
What was that?
Oh, it's to say, when are you back? Soon, right?
Yeah,
You're coming.
I was like, when I'm home in what, 3 weeks? We could stage something for everybody. We'll brainstorm for everybody.
But we gotta make them pay to watch it, Deb. They gotta pay to watch it.
I cannot go on OnlyFans.
No, not OnlyFans. Maybe we'll figure something out. So you guys have to subscribe to watch us fight. Wow, what are we gonna do?
I have no idea.
Just like, okay. Well, we'll figure that out, everybody.
Throw footballs at each other. I don't know. That'll be funny.
I'll watch that. No DMs for you, Deb?
No, I'm lonely over here. I got nada. Going on. Just really busy with my
all right.
full-time job. So
I hear you. Well, I think that's a wrap on the 2024 draft, right?
Yes, please. Let's move on. I said yes, please. They're now rookies. Let's focus on that. Let's focus on training camp and let's get this season started. It's only May.
Oh, I'm certainly ready for that. Yeah. It's already May, and the season's going to be here before we know it. I already see people counting down where they're doing the 18 Sundays, 19 Sundays, whatever it is. I think last week was 20. So I know everybody's excited. Deb, are you back at Chargers training camp this summer?
Hopefully, yep. Working on it right now. I know NFL just released some schedules, like OTA schedules and some training camp schedules. I saw the press release come into my inbox. I haven't read it yet. I have to be honest, but I saw some dates that they were throwing out. The practices have started, so it's starting. Yeah,
getting there. Yes, I will be at Giants camp covering, of course, throughout the whole summer, dying on the sidelines for you guys. Yep. Give predictions on the season. No, not yet. It is way too early. We're not doing that yet. Blonde Blitz gives our predictions in August.
Yep. Yeah. Way too. We have to see what we're looking at first in training camp, and then we'll give some predictions, and we'll talk about what we see in training camp, and then we'll go from there. Yeah. We will definitely give predictions, though, and we'll recap the last season and then see where we're going from there. You ready to wrap it up?
We're gonna make you guys wait a little bit. There's no way I could give. There's no way I could give a prediction now, but we thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. As always, we appreciate it. Make sure you like and subscribe on the Blonde Blitz and That Sports Podcast Network. Thank you so much for the kind words. It is awfully refreshing on my end to hear nice things. Right? All right, guys. We will see you next week.
Bye, guys.